Jeff Blanton here with Jailbreak Leadership. Did you ever want to work a 6-hour day? Well, maybe this is your opportunity. I was sitting in one of these meetings that we've all sat through, listening to people pontificate about what to do in the new COVID-19 situation. And a CEO had shared that this is a couple of weeks ago, that he reached out to his employees. I think he had maybe 50, 60 employees and said, hey, are you more efficient in the office or are you more efficient at home? And his answer was that everyone across the board said they were more efficient at the office. And to be honest with you, I was quite surprised by that because in my mind, offices tend to be very inefficient. I mean, you're there, people are interrupting all the time. You got to get up, go to meetings that tend to be very inefficient. Just getting to meetings is a problem. Versus when you're home, man, and I can't account for people who got 5 little kids running around. I don't have that scenario. But if you're home and essentially alone and maybe sharing your space with your wife, I mean, for the most part, you can zero in and do your work, which says maybe we're just trying to fill up a day because we have all these inefficiencies in the office and we just feel obligated to be doing our work for 8 hours. My thought is get in and get out. So how do we move to a 6-hour workday here in our new homes? Well, I think there's a couple things you need to do. And I think number one, it's not about discipline. We need to have some structure over discipline. And that's one of the things that offices bring for us. You have to show up, people are there, they can see you, it causes some accountability. And so now we're at home, we have that issue. But what are some things we should look at maybe at 10,000 feet? Well, the first one is know you. Know how you work. I am a morning person. So if I'm gonna do something creative, I'm gonna do some writing, I'll make a video, boy, that needs to happen in the morning. I'm also an extrovert. So in the afternoons, that's a great time for me to go out, meet people, do my thing where I'm interacting with people. So know your day, know how you work best. Another big thing for me, when I sit down and want to zero in on something, create something, write something, what I've discovered, man, I'm good for like 2 hours. But the reality is if I do something for 2 hours, I'm kind of like a Roman candle. I just sort of sizzle after that. If I work for an hour and a half, I stop, take a break, do something different, come back, I can re-engage. So just knowing yourself is key. So set yourself up for success by working the way you work best. You're at home. You can do anything you want. You're the boss. Number 2, rituals. Rituals. You know, as a leader, and all of a sudden you find your staff working remotely, you realize some of your folks, maybe every day, need a little help in creating some structure. So help them create some structure. I'm a big fan of the daily huddle. Let's get together early in the day, spend 10, 15 minutes talking about what we got to get done today. You can still do that in the home environment. Have that group Zoom meeting, have your departments have Zoom meetings, and set it for 8:30, 9 o'clock. Get people out of bed. They show up in their pajamas, drinking a cup of coffee, whatever, but at least they're in the game. Maybe again at noontime, there's another thing that you put out, a little bulletin, something just that kind of keeps people in a bit of a structure, keeps them in line and keeps them moving forward. It's an opportunity as a leader to help your staff. And number 3, set your environment up for success. I mean, my goodness, you're now working at home. Get a place where you got a good seat, you got a good table, you got good lighting. Sometimes you can't get away from the gardeners and the postman and all the other crazy things that happen in the home environment. But you can definitely set up an environment that's effective for you so that you have an opportunity to be as successful as possible. Jeff Blanton, just a couple of thoughts, man. Why are we working 8 hours? Who came up with that anyways? Let's figure out how to be more effective, more efficient, get in, get out. And if you're a leader, help your people develop systems and processes that make that happen. Jeff Blanton, Jailbreak Leadership. Go do what you do because we're all counting on